the nozzle. Quite often China's glue isn't what we hope for, so rarely stays on. Get a nice little tool and get it just over that lip, which we're never going to really get a good look at, but we'll get something. And just work the glue around, because there's never much. You can kind of see there's a bit over here. Like so far this has been really easy. And you will find if you do trust the China glue, guess what you'll be doing after a game or two? You'll be gluing your nozzle back on.
You had one job to do!
I find it's just easier to not trust them. To be honest, the only glue on this is around that bottom lip. You find if you gently work your way down, you're not going to rip the nozzle, and it will just peel off as you go. Gentle leverage, take your time. And we're free. Yeah. Just as suspected, basically the only glue is around that bottom edge. Clearly evident through that. You do want to clean that off. Sometimes it's easier with a pointy. Don't worry if you scratch it up, we're going to be doing that anyway. There's actually a bit of almost a channel around there. Bit of alcohol never hurts. Yep, alcohol does tend to break down the soup a little bit.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
You can see there's absolutely none up there, which is brilliant. Right, yeah, that's nice and clean. Just to clear a bit of that crumbly stuff. Right now. You really want to do your best to make sure there's no grease. Yeah, I tend to colour and try to basically get in the inside and carve across, just to give you got to give it some surface area. You can also just go up and down as much of the rubber as you feel safe. You're not pushing super hard though, but you do want to get a nice load of rough it up, give it some more surface area, because the idea is we're trying to be better than it was, not the same. Don't use too much pressure, you don't want to cut through the nozzle. Yeah. Scratty. I tend to do the rubber first because it holds a bit longer and takes a bit more to dry than steel. Done. Now this one I will use my older blunted blade. But you can just give it a light sand or file, works too. This is just what I've done, so I keep doing it because it worked. But the anodizing I find doesn't give it the best bond, and that is more like this one is going to do quite a few rounds a second, and I'm hoping to give it some good use actually. Right, so we've gone around it, given it a good scuff up, missed the spots here and there, but it still had more of a scuff than it was. once you get around it, go the other way. Alternating. Yeah, there it goes. Alternating the direction gives it that little bit extra bite. That actually feels really rough, which is good. What I am failing to see on this one is that bit of a lip that will go into that crevasse.
Oh my.
Which will help it stay on. We're nice and cleared out. That's nice and clean, that's nice and clean. Make sure of that. I've recently been put onto this glue and I've had very good results. It's pretty easy to work. We're going to use that. Prior, I've just been using Gorilla Super Glue Gel. It works. Normal super glue is very runny and it just goes everywhere, makes a mess, and you get stiff, crunchy bits on your nozzle. It's not ideal. The gel sort of holds its form a bit, but you would generally just rub around the top. Like in this one would be nice and easy, just go sort of on that lip in that way, and just one nice ring. You don't need a lot. This stuff cures pretty quick. You kind of don't get too many chances, actually. Sure. I'll roll my hands that way. Trying to do this so you can see, but I'm not so much squeezing as I am spreading what just comes out. Moment of truth, because we do have to work quick here. That's on. Twist it right around. There's a good amount of excess to remove. Not a lot, but you do want to get it sooner rather than later. I did use too much there, but fear not. That's on. I will just sit that aside for 24 hours, but in all honesty, we have used this glue and sent it maybe an hour later with grease and everything. Like,
Grease me up, woman!
ideally leave it for 24 hours, because then you get the full period of cure. If it is a bit thick, it takes longer to cure, so 24 hours, that'll be done. And that is getting the cylinder head. Oh, look at that cum. That's what you want down your barrel. Same sort of thing applies if you're putting a pad in. Remove that pad, put your pad on, scratch both sides up, alcohol clean, scratch the head up, glue it on, then get this pad, scratch the side up, clean it, glue it on. I like to always use the standard pads are like a urethane. They're a bit more resistant to shock. A lot of your Sorbo pads, rubber, tends to build up heat and deteriorate, as if it's between the urethane that comes with it and the cylinder head. Doesn't seem to be a problem, because that's wearing the impact shock. This glue is a impact tough formula. Its idea is it withstands impacts. That way, because your nozzle shouldn't be impacting too much, but it does. Like, it's going into a T-piece, especially this one's going to be, well over 20 rounds a second. So sit that aside for 24 hours, grease it up, send it. Enjoy.